Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are looking at Witch of the Black Rose. Once again, we got this new Rudy Rose Witch that helps us search Witch of the Black Rose, lets us set a card on the top of our deck, and lets us get an extra normal summon, as long as it's our Witch of the Black Rose. Now, when you have no cards, she lets you draw, and as long as it's a monster, which as you can see is very much of our deck, you get to keep it. If not, if we somehow draw the econ, we discard it and destroy her. But just think of Rudy Rose Witch as another copy of our Black Rose. Don't think of it as always comboing with Rose Fairy and things like that. Think of her as just another copy of Witch of the Black Rose, and that works out perfectly for this old deck. You guys may remember bringing back the All-Star Star Drawing. Keep in mind the monster is the Star Drawing. It's not whatever this is drawing it, it's this, the Star Drawing. So it revolves around these loosely related monsters. They have a ton of synergy. They're not in any archetype. We have Gigabyte, Inari Fire, and Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness. Now, they each have their own little effects, but the same effect they share is if you control, or you can only control one of them, and then if you control a spellcaster type monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can do that special summon as many times as you want, but you can only control one of them. So like I said, they all have their own little effects, though. This guy can special summon any one of these monsters we're talking about, because they're all 1500, 200 when he's destroyed by battle or card effects, so pretty good float. Inari Fox, when he's destroyed by card effect, can be special summoned right from the graveyard. And we have Nefarious, where you can destroy during the end phase a card you control and special summon this card, which sounds kind of dumb, but it's actually a really good effect. You'll see it in the replays a few times, especially with things like enemy controller. So we special summon them around spellcasters. Obviously our Black Rose is a spellcaster, Rudy Rose Witch is more Black Rose, and then Star Drawing is a spellcaster, and when we Xyz summon with it, we get to draw one card. Very, very good. One little Rose Fairy, just in case we want our level 7 Zeta. I went with Zeta over Black Rose because Zeta's a better first turn play. But we have other synchros. We have a Cyber/Harpy Lady, believe it or not. We just bring her out naturally. And then we have a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, both very good. Then we have Xyz, Roach, Sin, Defense, Offense, OTK combo when your life points are low. So very streamlined, very focused deck. Excuse me. We're also using Attack Charge to sneak OTKs. It's very useful skill, really. I think people sleep on it. I really like it. You've seen me use it a lot. It just wins you duels by itself. But love this kind of deck. If we just named all the monsters after each other, it would be an archetype. But they're very cool, especially with Star Drawing. Works out drawing into those econs. Attack Charge is sweet. Super cool extra deck. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing another Anno Kaboom. Going first. So I did make sure there were plenty of first turn plays in this deck. That's the whole point we went with Zeta. So look at this. We don't have Star Drawing or Black Rose. In old versions of this deck, that would have been a brick. But now we have Rudy Rose Witch. We do not brick. We're about to get, frankly, a great starting hand from this. So we get our Rose Witch. Or a great starting field, not starting hand. So we go Nefarious and Gigabyte. Now we're going to use those Nefarious and Gigabytes for a Roach. So we already have Roach on the field. Now we can special summon Nefarious again. You can only control one, but you can special summon them as many times as you're able. That means we have a tuner and a level 4. Now we can synchro a Cyber/Harpy Lady. Look at this field. We have a /Harpy Lady and a Roach. First turn. Crazy first turn. And look at what we're facing. We're gonna eat Black Wings alive, guys. There's nothing they can tune to this field. He's gonna try to bring out a Simone, triggering Black Whirlwind. That's gonna trigger Cyber / Harpy Lady. He's returned. Now he tries to bring out a Bora. He's gonna get to search some tuners, but any Synchro Summon is gonna be destroyed by Roach. And it's not once per turn. Roach can just keep going, so you can't just bait it out like I think this guy was trying to do. He brings out a level 5. Roach dunks on him. He's gonna kamikaze my Cyber / Harpy Lady, but he just doesn't stand a chance versus Roach. Now I'm gonna use Nefarious. I don't have to use Nefarious. He doesn't have anything on the field. If I just Ruddy Rose into a Black Witch or a Black Rose, and I just attack with these two monsters, that's lethal. But let's say we had no cards in our hand. We could go with Nefarious destroying the Roach, or let's say the Roach had no more material, and he's not that useful, he had 4k life. We could bring up the Nefarious by destroying him, then go with the Ruddy Rose, or we could have top decked the Start Drawing. Whatever we wanted to do, all we gotta do is 3k damage, and we do exactly that with our Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Great stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Yuma and Astral. We're going first. He's full Utopia and using Zexal Ultimate Unite. Never did make a video for that deck either. I need to get on that. There's a lot of character exclusive skills I need to explore and make videos for. So here we start with a Start Drawing, a Gigabyte, and a Nefarious. Now you're about to see this Nefarious get down. This is why you're gonna see why I saved the Nefarious instead of the Gigabyte with this Econ. He's so good with Econ. So he's starting with Gloves. Gloves goes into a new card, Clerk, which brings out a Utopic, which brings out another monster, which brings out a fresh-skinned Utopia. Even has a cutscene. We're about to do this guy so dirty, guys. I'm telling you, Nefarious is such a good name for this monster because he is truly Nefarious. We're gonna Econ take his Utopia. It's now the end phase. All he could do is end his turn from there. We activate Nefarious, destroy his Utopia to bring out our Nefarious. Absolutely crazy. Then we could use our Black Rose Witch, bring out a Malevolent Sim. We could have done that with Gigabyte. Probably should have done that with Gigabyte. Banish his monster, attack charge. Now we're both swinging for lethal just in case he had a hand trap. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi going second. No sleeve or mat, 21 cards. We've got Ruddy Rose Witch or Start Drawing, whichever we want to start with. We're facing a Lunalite. We're going to go with Ruddy Rose Witch. That gives us our full pool, XCs and Synchro, so whatever we need. Go with the Rose Witch. We even go with Rose Fairy, so that's our full extra deck right here. Whatever monster we need, we could bring out. We go with the Zeta. Swing over the Crimson Fox. That's going to give him a double search. Plenty of cards in his hand. We're not going to give him Destiny Draw. Now he's got a Lunalite Fusion already though. Goes into a straight Saber Dancer. Swings at my poor boy Zeta. We can't target her obviously, but there is a monster that can take her out. No problem, we just need a tuner for it. So we can use Ruddy Rose Witch. Even though we control another card, it can't use Black Rose's +1. It's still another copy of Witch of the Black Rose, guys. Ruddy Rose is our Black Rose, which enables us to get the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which is going to dunk on this Saber Dancer, no problem. He's going to get 2 searches for him. He thinks he's going to survive this turn, but never ever sleep on attack charge. Single-handedly wins the duel. Great stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Jack Atlas. We're going first. We got a Witch of the Black Rose and an Orange Fire. We're going to start with Ruddy Rose Witch, though, who goes into our Black Rose. We put a Rose Fairy on the top, normal summon our Black Rose, special summon the Fairy, and we special summon the Inari Fox. We go into a Cyber/Harpy Lady, and we set the Econ. Here our boy's going Dragon Unity, so he's going to try to use a Dragon Unity equip as a spell. That obviously will trigger our Cyber/Harpy Lady, and he scoops. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Bones. We're going first. You don't really see Bones too often. No sleeper map for our boy over there. 26 cards. Starting with Star Drawing, but we do have a Ruddy Rose, so we're going to go ahead and use the Ruddy Rose because that is going to let us thin our deck by 2 cards, so I mean that's really good. Bring out our Black Rose Witch, search another Ruddy Rose follow-up, special summon Gigabyte. That's going to be a Roach. We could have brought an Ari out too, and maybe left the Gigabyte to float, but we'll stay like this. He's going to just smashing ground our poor Roach, and then set a card. Top deck Rose Fairy, that's very bad. Normal summon Star Drawing, that lets us special summon Inari Fire. Now we're at Malevolent Sin, we're going to be able to banish whatever his face down is. Or sorry, we get to draw 1. We draw into our Black Rose because of Star Drawing. He gives the XE summon the effect of draw 1. We get the Black Rose. Still going through. He's actually vampires, so Malevolent Sin gains attack. He's going through regular vampire combos. Nothing he can really do over a 2700 monster, though. That's pretty bad. He's got all sorts of weird techs, it looks like, though, with the pyramid and stuff like that. Protects him from an instance of destruction, I believe. But other than that, we have another Black Rose Witch. You don't get to draw when you have other cards. We go right into a Cyber/Harpy Lady. Malevolent Sin's going to banish a defense position monster. Pyramid of Wonders does not trigger Harpy Lady. Very interesting, but we're still able to kill that monster. We could have attack charged. If I attack charged, we would have had lethal. We would have won. No problem. Can't sleep on attack charge. It's really good. He can't really do much with only 200 life points. Vampires need at least 500 life points to really get going. So I love this deck, guys. I always like this deck. Star Drawing's just a ridiculous monster. The little mini archetype of Gigabyte, Nefarious, and Inari Fox, they're just so good. They work out with Black Rose, and now we have 6 copies of Black Rose. So this deck really saw a great improvement in consistency. The extra deck is what you make of it. We can maybe use 2 extra slots instead of sticking with that OTK with lower life points and just go with the more natural OTK. Who knows? Love this deck, though. Let me know what you guys think of that structure deck. It's a pretty fire structure deck. But time to get back to box cards. Thanks for watching, guys.